Well, I do think that OPEC is kind of reserving the possibility that they could amend their current production agreement to include more oil because they are maintaining their monthly schedule of meetings. But it does seem like they are pretty firmly committed to the 400,000 barrel per day increase every month. And if Brent going above 80 and WTI nearing 80 isn't enough to push them to make adjustments to that, then we'd have to see some pretty drastic movement in price, I think, to see an amendment to that. Right now, OPEC is seems a lot more concerned with the fact that they're forecasting a possible reversal and beginning to build. That inventories might begin to build in 2022, and they seem to be keeping an eye on that as opposed to prices right now.
Yeah, but you're also building the case that come November, they might look at increasing output. What would be the situation at that time for them to do so?
Well, I think that the European power situation is definitely something that they're keeping an eye on because if natural gas becomes fairly scarce and coal as well, we could see some what we call fuel switching, where power generation switches to using fuel oil and other liquids, and that could exert even more upward pressure on prices. They don't want prices to get too high because that can result in demand destruction. But at the same time, they also want to make money and not keep the price from going too low. So it's a very delicate balancing situation, and they do seem committed also to maintaining this very hard-fought consensus that they hammered out in July. I think it would have to take a lot to convince them to change that.
And Ellen, what does this adherence we're seeing by OPEC to these rules that they set back in July tell you about the current cohesion within the group?
It does say that they have quite strong cohesion, particularly Russia and Saudi Arabia seem very much in sync. Russia really didn't have much to say before this OPEC meeting. I think that the big concerns right now might be really more with the UAE and Iraq potentially, because those are the producers that really have the ability to increase production and put more barrels on the market if they're so inclined. And they've definitely indicated in the past that they might be inclined to do so. And certainly as prices go up, the temptation to do so, perhaps even to cheat a bit, does become stronger.